Hello, welcome to my channel. Today we are going to make some lovely spicy lamb noodles. This recipe requires very slow cooking that leave your lamb tender and will leave you with a lovely thick spicy broth for your noodles. My ingredients are, I have here 1.2 kg of lamb meat, which I cut and rinsed out. This lamb will feed 4 people. I'm going to use 1/3 of a cup oil. I sliced a large onion. I also cubed 2 large tomatoes. I'm also going to use 1/4 cup of tomato puree. We are going to use 4 teaspoons of stock powder to a liter of water. A generous grind of black pepper and 10 to 12 whole garlic, which will crush. Then for my spice, I'm going to use 2 tablespoons of mixed masala, 1 teaspoon of Chinese 5 spice, 1 teaspoon of pure chili powder, and I'm also going to use 1 teaspoon of ginger garlic and 2 bay leaf and a star anise. And for taste, I'm using a teaspoon of salt and a generous splash of soy sauce. Here for my greens, I have some lovely fresh curry leaf and some lovely fresh thyme, and I'm also going to use 3 green chillies, which I will slit. And to my spring onions, I'm going to cut the bottom and use it for braising and use the leafy part for garnishing. And lastly, I have my noodles, which is udon noodles. They are thick noodles, and we will show you all how we prepare it later. Now we're going to get started with the braising. I've got my pot on moderate heat and it's been heating up. So I'm just going to add in my oil to the pot. I'm going to add in my onions. I will allow these onions to fry out. My onions are just turning to be golden brown. So to the onions, this is the bottom of my spring onions. I'm going to add it to the onions. Now I am ready to put in my curry leaf. And then my thyme. I will mix this. And here's my green chilies that I slit into 2. Just add them. And this is my garlic that I crushed. I'm going to add it in. We'll give this a few seconds. I'm also going to add in my ginger garlic. I will mix this all together. And now I'm going to add in my bay leaf, my star anise. I will allow this to fry for a few seconds. Today I am doing this differently because to my onion fry, I'm going to throw in my lamb meat and allow this lamb meat to fry out so that fat can also melt and bring in a good flavor. 20 minutes has passed and you can see the meat came to a lovely fry. and turning a little brown. So to the meat, I'm going to use a generous grind of black pepper. This recipe normally calls for Chinese pepper. Ganesh will name it.
It's called Sichuan peppers, but I struggle to find it here to buy it.
So to the fried meat, I'm going to use my Chinese 5-spice, my pure chili powder, and then my mixed masala. I'm also going to throw in my salt. I'll give this a good mix so the masala gets into the meat. After a few seconds for my masala frying, I'm just going to pour in a generous splash of soy sauce. I'll give this a mix. To my meat, I'm going to add in my tomatoes. I will mix this and allow my tomatoes to cook out. Now, as you can see, my tomatoes are cooked out and it leaves a lovely thick gravy to the curry. To this, I'm going to add in my puree. And give this a nice stir. Here I have my 1 liter of veg stock, which I'm going to add in. You can also use a different stock, even a chicken stock. I'm going to mix this, and now I'm going to lower my heat and let this to cook for 2 hours till the meat is soft and it's falling off its bone. I will add water as it requires. 2 hours has passed and our meat is cooked very soft. You can see most of the meat left the bone. That's what we wanted. As you can see, my gravy is not too thick, and this is how it has to be. Not too thin either, but it's quite rich. So now we are ready to garnish. Here I have frozen dhania that I will throw in, and a little bit of my spring onions. Thereafter, I'm going to use the chili crisp oil that we always make and keep. Pranesh will add the link. I'm going to add in just a tablespoon for flavoring, but it's optional. Now I'm going to switch the stove off, and on the side I've got water to boil for my noodles, and I'm going to show you all how we do it. This is my single serving of noodles. They come in the pack of 2 serving, which is individually wrapped. So just for 1 serving, I'm going to put in to my serving bowl. Then I'm going to take my boiling water and put it over. I will allow this 3 minutes to rest. 3 minutes has passed for this noodle soaking in the boiling water. I'm going to drain it completely and get back. After draining with a fork, I'm going to loosen my noodles. So there's the noodles that's separated. Firstly, I'm going to use a whole lot of gravy from the curry so it will soak into the noodle. Using a ladle, and I'll pour in the gravy to the noodle, just above the head of the noodles. On one side of my bowl, I'm going to add in the meat for one serving. One serving will be 5 to 6 pieces, but you can adjust how many pieces you like to serve per person. Yeah, I've got one carrot that I grated, which I'm going to add on to one side neatly. And I also cut a piece of onions that we finely chopped. And in the end, I'm going to garnish with my finely chopped spring onion. Now this bowl of noodles are ready to serve. Now I'm going to hand you all over to the taste taster to taste the noodles.
Hi guys, so it's me, the South African Wanderer, and the official taste tester on the channel, and the cameraman as well. So we're gonna give my mom's lovely noodles with lamb, spicy lamb, a try. When I'm out in the bush, whether it be hiking or camping, noodles is one of my favorite things to have, because usually instant noodles is very easy to make. I mean, you saw with my mom today, you just add the hot water, and mostly when I'm camping, I've got either a small stove or the hot water available already, and the noodles are then ready. And usually I take the instant noodle sauce along, or even just the plain chili crisp oil. And I may add more chili crisp oil to the dish, depending on how hot it is already. And then, enjoy it that way. So because we had cooked the lamb for about 2.5, maybe almost 3 hours from the time we started, this is going to be a very late lunch, early supper. And what I'm going to do is going to try and get some of the noodles and see how they taste with the soup or the gravy that we made. And then we'll add in some of the lamb as well. So the udon noodles are quite soft already, and you can eat them with a fork. That is delicious. The sesame oil at the end really adds a pop of flavor to the mutton. So it's a very spicy lamb curry, almost, that we've then made a little bit less thick on the gravy. So it produces almost like a ramen or a po style soup. And then you can have it with the noodles. And the lamb is so soft, it's just falling off the bone. I mean, I could probably eat it with a spoon. The carrots, I think I'll add a little bit more as well. I love the freshness that they bring, and the onions as well. And this is taking what is almost a very traditional Durban mutton curry with a few additions, you know, the sesame crisp oil, the Chinese 5-spice, some of the spices we cook the curry with, and making it into a Asian-inspired noodle dish, which is very good to try from time to time. So I think we've gotten used to a very routine diet if I think about how we were brought up in Durban. Mondays were beans curry, Tuesdays was, cabbage or cauliflower with roti. Wednesdays was tin fish with rice and dal. Saturdays is chicken curry, Sunday is mutton curry. And we didn't stray from that routine very often. So it's good to try old recipes in new ways. I think the introduction of the noodles instead of rice and dal is very good. The introduction of the spicy chili crisp oil adds a different element and a different flavor to it. And the Chinese 5-spice actually blends very well with your normal curry spices, and it gives you a very delicious lamb curry noodle dish inspired by the spicy Sichuan noodles that they have in Sichuan in China, where the peppers actually numb your mouth as you're eating. And I'm getting a little bit of that numbness, I think, from the black peppers itself. But it's I think the Sichuan peppers, if you can get them, would make it much better. So I'm going to carry on eating, and I hope you all enjoyed this recipe, and we'll catch you on the next one.